This is digidojo.org, and this is how to reinstall Windows Vista. So before we get started, what are some reasons why we want to reinstall Windows Vista? 1. Your computer is running really slow. 2. Your computer has quit working entirely. 3. You've caught some kind of computer virus. My own personal philosophy, I don't trust that computer again until it's freshly formatted, just to make sure that the virus has been completely eradicated from your system. 4th reason, fresh start, or maybe you have some other reason why you want to reinstall Windows Vista. How should I reinstall Windows Vista? Sometimes there's software CDs that come with your computer whenever you first buy it. Sometimes there's a recovery partition on your hard drive, so whenever you first boot up your computer, it says hit F9, for example, to start the recovery console. This is just an example. Not all computers have this feature, but most of them do, I've been noticing. And third way to do it is to use an actual Windows Vista installation CD, which is what I'm using today. Okay, this is very important. You want to back up all your personal data. You want to back up your photos, your spreadsheets, your work, your resume, your music, video, what have you. Because you're going to lose everything whenever you reinstall Windows Vista, and that's absolutely everything. Secondly, you want to make sure you have all the drivers that you need to make your computer function properly. A driver is software that tells your computer how to work properly with the hardware. I would say the most important driver to have is one for your Ethernet card, just so you can get back on the internet and download all the other drivers that you need. Sometimes Windows has the drivers already installed whenever you reinstall Windows. Sometimes, and most of the time, it doesn't. Okay, so watch this video twice if you need to. Make sure you're comfortable with doing this before you get started. And just to put the disclaimer out there, this is just for demonstrational and educational purposes only. You're doing all of this at your own risk. I'm not responsible for any data loss or any damages that might happen to your computer or computers. Okay, getting started, I put the CD in. I'm going to hit any key to boot from the CD. You get this loading bar right here, you get another loading bar, and then you get greeted with this first screen. I usually leave it stock, but just for demonstration I'm going to show you that this is the English language. Time and currency is going to be English, United States, and the keyboard layout is going to be United States also. Click Next. We click Install. Okay, this is where you put your Windows product key in. Your product key is usually stickered to the side of your computer. I'm not going to put mine in. Windows Vista gives you a grace period of 30 days before you have to put in your product key. Alright. Do you want to put your product key in now? I'm going to choose No. Alright, we'll wait for the next screen. Select the version that you have. I'm using Windows Home Premium. If you're using Business, select Business. I have selected the version of Windows that I have purchased, and then I will click Next. Okay, so you want to read through your license terms and conditions. I have, so I'm going to click Accept. We're going to click Next, and usually you want to click the Custom button. That's what I've always have done. Okay, this is where we're going to delete and reinstall a partition. This is the no going back point. If you're feeling cautious or wary, this is where you can restart your computer, pop out the CD, and go back to your Windows Vista. But for us, I'm going to go ahead and delete this partition right here. So we'll go to delete, and it's going to say your data is going to be permanently deleted, and it is gone now. Okay. Now we have unallocated space. We're going to click New to create a new partition. It's going to ask you, hey, do you want to use your whole hard drive or half of it? Or in this case, we're just going to use the whole hard drive. We're going to hit Apply. The new partition is created. And we're going to hit Next. Simple as that. This is where Windows Vista is going to start expanding and install all the files to the hard drive, and this takes a little while. This is just sped up through movie magic. It's going to force you to restart, or you can just hit the button. I just hit the button right there. And you're going to see another loading screen. and it's going to continue to set up. It's going to continue to complete the installation. It's going to restart again, and then it's going to say, do you want to boot from the CD or DVD? Just ignore that. Windows has pretty much already been installed. This is where you're going to get another loading screen. Okay, this is where you begin to set up your user credentials. I'm pretty unoriginal, so I'm just going to go ahead and type in DigiDojo for the username. And I'm using the password of password. I don't recommend that, but typed in password, retype in your password. And it says, do you want an optional password hint in case you forget? And I'm just going to type in the password is password. You can select your user icon at the bottom here. I'm going to go ahead and pick the bonsai tree because I feel like it's appropriate. And let's go ahead and click next. What do you want to name your computer? It pulls it from the username, so I'm just going to leave it as DigiDojo PC, and then this gives you the option of setting your desktop background. So I picked the bamboo. These are 3 different ways you want to protect your PC with automatic updates. If you're a computer newbie, you want to go ahead and click the top one. I'm going to pick the second one here because I'm a little more experienced, or the third one says ask me later. The next screen you're going to get is your time and date settings. From the drop down list I picked Eastern. It says Saturday in the calendar, which it is, and the time is very incorrect. So this is all pretty much self-explanatory. You just want to set your time and date correctly. So I'll fix that up to 1 o'clock, and then we'll just go ahead and hit next. It says, we've detected you are on the internet. Where are you right now? Kind of unnecessary, but go ahead and pick what you need to. I picked home. Through Movie Magic again, this is super sped up, but it's going to take a little while to set up and just configure everything before you get started. And there's our opening screen. I'm going to type in the wrong password on purpose just to show you what the password hint was all about. Blah blah blah. Hit OK. That's the wrong password. Okay. And then you can see the tooltip below. It says the password is password, what we typed in earlier. So I'll just type in password. Again, not recommended. And then we'll hit go or enter. And it begins logging you in. And it's preparing your desktop. And if all goes correctly, there you go. You have successfully reinstalled Windows Vista. I'm sorry if I went pretty quickly. YouTube only lets you upload 10 minutes of a video file usually. So watch it a couple times if you need to. But really, it's a pretty straightforward process. I've hoped you learned something, and I hope this helps you out. Thank you for watching.